What up, Detroit? It's Rob Parker, and coming up on Shop Talk, we debate, do the Lions have to win a playoff game in order for this season not to be a bust? Also, some trash talking you don't want to miss, and a sneaker challenge for the ages. Shop Talk starts right now. Some people think the best place to talk about sports is on the radio. No way, no how. It's in the barbershop. I should know. I'm a sports analyst. Detroit is a 5-point favorite. Devin, save your money, I know. And I own a barbershop in Detroit. And the cats in the barbershop, they think they know everything about sports.
Get ready for Rob Parker's Shop Talk. Real sports, real talk.
Shop Talk TV is brought to you by Bob Maxey Ford and by Wingstop. Also, Nick's Chips.
This is Shop Talk.
Welcome into Shop Talk on this Saturday. I'm Rob Parker, want to wish everybody a happy new year. Let's kick off the show with Getting Rob, where you get my take on the biggest sports stories of the week. We start with the NFL playoffs. Of course, the big storylines this year are, of course, all about the quarterbacks. It's about Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. It's about Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. And it's about Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos. Those are the quarterbacks that people are talking about. Who will win another Super Bowl? I'm going to put my money on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. I think they will go through the NFC playoffs. They will win, and they will get to the Super Bowl, and Aaron Rodgers will win his second Super Bowl in as many chances. Michigan kicks off the Big Ten basketball season today. They take on the Boilermakers in Purdue. Game time is 2:15. And finally, the Pistons host the Sacramento Kings on Sunday at the Palace. The Pistons desperately need to start winning some home games. What a long year it's been already. Getting Rob is sponsored by Fathead. For real. Now it's time for the big debate. It's sponsored by Bob Maxey, the only Ford and Lincoln Mercury dealer in downtown Detroit. To reach him, call 313-392-9200 or visit them on the web at bobmaxeyford.com. It's NFL playoff time, and really around these parts, the only situation that matters is the Lions winning a playoff game. Do they need to win a playoff game, or is making the playoffs good enough? Cal, how important is it for this organization to win a playoff game?
It's very important. You know, it's very, very important because I think you just mentioned it. It's baby steps, you know. If they don't win a playoff game, when is the last time they won a playoff game? 1991.
We're still talking about the same playoff game, and the only playoff game since 1957.
What is that, 23, almost 24 years now? So, yeah, it's very important, you know, for them to get over that hump.
Mike, is the season a bust? Would it be a bust if they made the playoffs, and again, like they did a couple years ago when they made the playoffs and then went to New Orleans and lost?
Definitely.
Would it be a bust of a regular season?
Definitely. It'd be a bust of the whole season. I believe it's going to be a bust if we don't get to the Super Bowl, in my opinion.
That's a lot.
I'm so tired of waiting. One playoff win is not going to even pacify me. We need to make a run.
That's right.
But Bill, you know, I'm not making excuses of saying, but you got to win one before you talk about going to Super Bowl.
You know,
right? I mean,
it's important to win a playoff game. I mean, the Super Bowl is what we're after, but you haven't performed in the playoffs. Every time you show up in the playoffs, you choke. Not even choke, you're just not ready to perform.
Right.
You got to be able to show that you can play the postseason like you play the regular season and then go from there.
See, my thing is, if you want to change the culture, and this is the whole thing, everybody keeps talking about, oh, the Lions have made steps, oh, this is a different franchise, not the same. None of that is true. Until you win a playoff game, now people can't rub that in your face that you've only won one playoff game since 1991 and you've only won one playoff game since 1957. So you can't use that anymore because that's all out the window, Mo. The important thing is the Lions, to really make a next step, have to do more than just make the play. They made the playoffs a couple years ago. It's not like making the playoffs is the end-all, be-all. It's about winning.
It's about winning and everything like that. And with these next few games, it's going to be like playoffs and Super Bowl games. So that last game against Green Bay is like a Super Bowl game for the Lions.
True.
These last games are clutch. If we get a playoff game here in the city, that's going to change everything. That might change all the morale for the Lions and everything like that. That might boost us up to take us to the next level and take us over that hump right there. I tell you what.
Win it. We need to win the
We're
game.
gonna win
It's
it.
still about,
We're gonna
it's
be a
still
team
about,
of winners.
it's still about winning a playoff game.
Yeah, winning playoff game here, anywhere. You put the Lions there, we're gonna win. That's all it is.
That's the most important thing because the Lions are still at the point where people think that things have changed or they've taken that next step or they're a competing franchise. But, Bill, you could pile up all the wins you want, and I'm going to tell you against bad teams during the regular season, until you win in the playoffs, people won't take you seriously.
Yeah, you know, you're absolutely right about that. But the thing is, you can see the culture changing. The Lions play a different way now. There's games where they're behind, they would just lose. There's games where they're ahead by 3, and they would still lose. Now you see them coming from behind. The defense stands up for a whole half, and then they will run out the clock.
I'm going to challenge you, both of you on this. The only thing I got to say is, until you start seeing, to me, those games are fine. But when they went to Arizona and they went to New England and played those teams, they didn't perform. They didn't. You know that.
You know, the Arizona game was close, but the New England game to me was the thing.
To me,
They're
that's
not on that next
That's
level.
what I'm saying. That's a measuring stick.
Right, but
I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
Here's the thing. They didn't
That's
get
the next level, though.
It
is.
But they didn't get blown out.
They were blew out by New England.
By New England, they
New
did.
England, they got outperformed and they got blew out.
Our defense didn't get outperformed.
But
Our
Arizona
offense
was
did.
tight.
That's all I'm saying. It's a
So we can
it's a
get to the
difference.
next level.
It becomes
It's
a
a difference
point.
in how you lose.
It becomes a point
It's
where
any
you
given
get
Sunday.
there. It still comes down to the postseason. The Lions must win the playoff game in order for there to be real change in their culture. Check out the Shop Talk Rundown. Here's what's coming up. More Shop Talk is on the way. Stick and stay, Detroit. If you're looking for a used car, come on down to Bob Maxey Ford on Jefferson in downtown Detroit. Pick up the phone and call Zach and the crew at 888-396-6081. And mention Shop Talk and get an extra $500 off your trade-in.
If you have a story, we'll help you tell it. At DMRS Media Group, we are your visual storytellers. We specialize in digital media production and brand communications. We create and produce independent television programming, promotional videos, special event videos, and much more. DMRS will also write and distribute your press release. Give us a call at 313-778-8604 and visit dmrsmediagroup.com. For the latest in computer technology for Mac and PC, check out Southfield Computer Outlet, 28901 Southfield Road, or call them at 248-557-2222.
Serving up hot fashions and style, it's the Restaurant Fashion Bistro Boutique at 18236 West 10 Mile Road in Southfield. Give them a call at 313-449-3603. Open 7 days a week.
You want to keep your car moving? Come to Royal Oak Auto Care. It's the complete auto repair center. Domestic, European, Asian, no matter what make or model, you want to come and see them. 31313 Woodward Avenue in Royal Oak, located next to Dugan's Irish Pub, or call 248-629-7576.
Do you or anyone you know have less than perfect credit? Has less than perfect credit prevented you from getting the auto or home loan you're looking for? If so, contact United Credit, a national leader in credit restoration and education. Having less than perfect credit can cost you thousands in additional interest and fees, and even higher auto insurance rates. With over 10 years' experience, they have earned an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and have achieved results for thousands of satisfied clients. Let them help you restore your score and get the credit you deserve. Call them today at 877-274-7654.
The best haircuts in Detroit are at Sporty Cut.
Home of the $10 all-even haircut. Hey, Teak, don't take too much off. Come on!
7 Mile between Outer Drive and Myers, Sporty Cut.
Now it's time for Homeboy Highlights.
This week's homeboy is Detroit Pistons point guard Brandon Jennings. Against the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jennings scored 25 points with 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1 steal
to help the Pistons spank the LeBronaliers 103-80. The Pistons knocked down 17 three-pointers in this game. Congratulations, Brandy Jennings. You are this week's homeboy.
It's 2015. Happy New Year to everybody. And of course, in sports, people are hopeful with the new year that their favorite teams might win a championship, might make the playoffs. So we're asking the guys about their sports wish for 2015. And Bill, we'll start with you. What is your sports wish for the upcoming year?
I wish for the Pistons to be a relevant franchise in the NBA. That's all I want. I want them to be relevant. I want a point guard that can play. I want them to figure out who's going to be the nucleus, how this is going to be a relevant team. I can't stand looking at them right now.
No, I understand that, and that's legit. What about you?
I'm not going to be as delirious as my good brother Bill here.
Not delirious, I want a good team.
I know, I'm just joking.
And you know what? People
Wishful
forget,
thinking.
Well, people forget. It didn't take that long for that team to turn around. You just got to make a couple of right moves. It's not impossible.
That's true. You know what? I'm going to go to Lions. I would love to see the Lions win at least one playoff game. 2 will be ideal. 3 will be great. Super Bowl, like my man Mike say, it'll be jumping for joy. But other than that, yeah, just one playoff game for me. That's my wish list.
That's your wish, and that's a big one. A lot of Lions fans and Detroiters would like to see that because it hasn't happened since 1991. What about you, Mike?
The Lions are going to win the Super Bowl, but my wish, if I had to take a wish, it would be get the Pistons back downtown. I don't care if they win, lose, draw. Just get the Pistons back downtown. That'd be my wish right there.
And you know what? That's another one that is a possibility. It's not out of the question, even though they got this beautiful building in Auburn Hills, the Palace.
Right.
But there is an idea or a chance that maybe that could happen.
We don't care about Auburn Hills.
Mo, what about you? Auburn Hills is the metro area. Stop it.
Well, my wish would be for the Detroit Tigers to win the World Series, okay? That's the man right there. They keep going, win, take it all, get over the hump, win the World Series. That's what I want right there.
You know what? And that's a good one. The only thing is you look at the Tigers and you say to yourself, man, they've been knocking on the door the last few years. I don't know if that window or that door is still open, to be honest.
It's getting tight.
It's squeezing.
And now with all the other moves that the other teams have made, look at the Chicago White Sox. They've gone out, they've made moves. The Royals are better. Everybody's better. The Indians. So I don't know if the Tigers or the front runners anymore.
Yeah,
that's another
they've
one.
been consistently at the top of the MLB for the last,
4 or
5
5
years?
years.
Exactly. So,
But maybe not being a front runner is what gets him over the hump. You know, being a front runner and always expecting
much pressure
the whole thing.
Talent.
Well, no, I understand
You know
that,
what
but
I
I'm
mean?
saying there's some guys who are hard workers, like they played out in Oakland with Billy Ball. You had guys that were not necessarily the ones to be talked about, that they went to the playoffs and they went, farther than you thought they would go. So maybe not being a front runner will help them propel them right to where they need to be and win the series.
That'll be interesting. The other thing, too, is I think when you look at how bad the Pistons are, and that was your wish, it looks like it's impossible. Like, oh, my God, it's not going to happen. But I just remember in 2000 how bad the team was, and then 4 years later, they won a championship. They beat the Lakers. It wasn't, and there was a couple of trades and moves that all of a sudden, and don't forget, in 2000, the thing that hurt them was Grant Hill walked out on them as a free agent. And yet, 4 years later, how many franchises can say that?
Right, turn around.
Won a title and was good for a good 8 or 9 years in a row.
yeah, at least.
So it's not inconceivable,
We already got Brandon.
And you,
I guess it's on Jennings.
well, but you also have Drummond that you have to get straightened out to me.
Yeah.
And so the Tigers, you got the Pistons moving back downtown. And I think if I had to pick something for my wish, let me see. I'm not going to be negative. I'm going to be positive.
I felt the earth shake.
No. I would like to see, I think the movement of the team downtown would be down the road, too. Like if there was plans for that as the future went on. I know it can't happen in 2015, but down the road.
More Shop Talk is on the way. Stick and stay, Detroit.
For the latest in computer technology for Mac and PC, check out Southfield Computer Outlet, 28901 Southfield Road, or call them at 248-557-2222.
If you have a story, we'll help you tell it. At DMRS Media Group, we are your visual storytellers. We specialize in digital media production and brand communications. We create and produce independent television programming, promotional videos, special event videos, and much more. DMRS will also write and distribute your press release. Give us a call at 313-778-8604 and visit dmrsmediagroup.com.
Looking for t-shirts, clothing, and gifts? Well, check out tshirtpalace.com. Shop t-shirts or create your own design and upload it. Go to tshirtpalace.com and get started.
If you're looking for a used car, come on down to Bob Maxey Ford on Jefferson in downtown Detroit. Pick up the phone and call Zach and the crew at 888-396-6081. And mention Shop Talk and get an extra $500 off your trade-in.
Now it's time for Trash Talking Twitter.
Miles Jackson at Eyes on the Prize says the NFL sucks. They overprotect certain players. They're inconsistent with their suspension rules. Hashtag Goodell, please leave.
If you want to trash anyone or anything in sports, hit us up on our Twitter. Time to change gears. Here's hip hop news.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Elle Beasley, and here's the latest in hip hop news. To end 2014, the top hip hop artists according to Billboard are Eminem, Kanye West, Iggy Azalea, Nicki Minaj, Gorillaz, Drake, Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, Pharrell Williams, and Pitbull. 2014 was an interesting year in hip hop. Here are some hip hop predictions for 2015. Tiger and Lil Wayne will depart from Cash Money, although it appears Lil Wayne has. Iggy Azalea will dominate the Grammys. T-Pain will be the comeback story of 2015. 2015 will be the year of the Northeast comeback. There will be an OVO compilation mixtape. Obie O'Brien will be the breakout artist of 2015. Kanye West's album Sneakers will come out on the same day. OG Mako will solidify himself as rap's next superstar, and Dr. Dre and Jay-Z Electronica will not drop albums. And finally, mixtapes may be over as a physical object, but rappers are keen to give us cover art. More than often is not bad. Here's a list of the worst cover art. Snoop Dogg's That's My Work Too. Lil Moan's Marilyn Monroe. Smoke DZA's George Cush the Button. Juicy J Blues Dream and Lean. Wiz Khalifa's Where's Wiz. Lil Bibby's Free Crack 2. Young Scooter's 80s Baby. Alright, that's the news. I'm your girl Elle Beasley. Have a happy new year, and I'll see you next week.
It's Shop Talk's Cut of the Week.
All right, got my guy Antoine here. Good kid. Been knowing him since he was yay high. He's rocking a taper with the shadow beard. Yes, I said a shadow beard for my young guy right here. Check it out. Nice line. Nice band, waves spinning. That's one thing I love about the kids, man. They take care of their hair, man. Look at them waves. Turning around the front. Nice line across the front. Nice clean cut.
Then in 1982, I was recruited to Michigan as a student athlete to play.
More Shop Talk is on the way. Stick and stay, Detroit.
NFL playoffs taking place this weekend. Make sure and check out the Lions playing against Dallas tomorrow afternoon at AT&T Stadium. Kickoff is at 4:40 p.m. on Fox Sports. Ndamukong Suh will be playing tomorrow as the NFL overturned their decision to suspend him after he stepped on Aaron Rodgers' leg in last Sunday's game at Green Bay.
For the best sports coverage on the web, go to theshadowleague.com. Coverage with a cultural perspective. Check it out.
If you're looking for a used car, come on down to Bob Maxey Ford on Jefferson in downtown Detroit. Pick up the phone and call Zach and the crew at 888-396-6081. And mention Shop Talk and get an extra $500 off your trade-in.
Looking for t-shirts, clothing, and gifts? Well, check out tshirtpalace.com. Shop t-shirts or create your own design and upload it. Go to tshirtpalace.com and get started.
For the latest in computer technology for Mac and PC, check out Southfield Computer Outlet, 28901 Southfield Road, or call them at 248-557-2222. You want to keep your car moving? Come to Royal Oak Auto Care. It's the complete auto repair center. Domestic, European, Asian, no matter what make or model, you want to come and see them. 31313 Woodward Avenue in Royal Oak, located next to Dugan's Irish Pub, or call 248-629-7576.
Serving up hot fashions and style, it's the Restaurant Fashion Bistro Boutique at 18236 West 10 Mile Road in Southfield. Give them a call at 313-449-3603. Open 7 days a week.
If you have a story, we'll help you tell it. At DMRS Media Group, we are your visual storytellers. We specialize in digital media production and brand communications. We create and produce independent television programming, promotional videos, special event videos, and much more. DMRS will also write and distribute your press release. Give us a call at 313-778-8604 and visit dmrsmediagroup.com.
Then in 1982, I was recruited to Michigan as a student athlete to play for the legendary Bo Schembechler. And Coach Jerry Hanlon, who I see sitting over here, was my quarterback coach. Gary Moeller and Lloyd Carr were on that staff as well. And my first team meeting, I was 10 minutes late to the first team meeting. Coach Schembechler told me that I would never play a single down at the University of Michigan my entire career. And then now, 2014, to come back as a football coach at the University of Michigan. I have to tell you that I have thought about that, dreamed about that since the time I was a young lad, 9, 10 years old, and throughout adult life, dreamed about coaching at Michigan, and now it's time to live that. And I have no other words to really describe how that feels, except to tell you that I have great excitement about the challenge of serving the University of Michigan as your football coach. I also want to thank some very important people, the Board of Regents at the University of Michigan. I want to thank President Schlissel. I want to thank Athletic Director Jim Hackett for having the confidence in me to, the confidence they've shown in me to bring me here to the University of Michigan. I also want to thank Brady and Laura Hoke, my very good friends, for their outstanding service at the University of Michigan. They have honored the University of Michigan football program, and I'm pleased to have such a tremendous foundation to stand on. And that foundation was built by Brady, by Lloyd Carr, by Gary Moeller, by Bo Schembechler, by Jerry Hanlon, by John Falk, by the men and women who have served the University of Michigan for over a century, for more than a century. They've been playing football at the University of Michigan. I see Mary Pashnick there. And all the former players, their families. I feel like I'm standing on this foundation that is just so rock solid. I feel like I'm standing on the shoulders of tall men, and I can't thank you enough. I can't thank the alumni enough, the students, the faculty, for the enthusiasm that you've all shown to my family and I. Top to bottom, Michigan is about excellence, is about greatness. And you have my pledge that I will carry forward the tradition of excellence of the University of Michigan football program. Thank you very much.
Here's the Instagram shop of the day.
Check out Joe's headquarters, barber and salon located at 23603 Farmington Road in Farmington Hills. Give them a call at 248-477-0404 and visit joesheadquarters.com.
If you want your shop featured, hit us up on our Instagram account, Shoptalk TV.
Now it's time for a segment we call What You Sportin'. What You Sportin' is sponsored by the Restaurant Fashion Bistro on 10 Mile and Southfield Road. This week, we welcome in, of course, Mo, one of our A1 barbers and longtime champ here on What You Sport, and of course, Coach Ken Flowers from Henry Ford. All right, Mo, what you sporting?
Today I got my Kobe's on, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready for them. Anywhere I go, I'm ready to hoop all day. People know about me on the court, ask about me, all right? With these on and out the court, you're gonna see me. You might get bored though with the Kobe's on, okay? That's what I'm gonna say right there.
Coach Flowers, what you sporting?
Fresh out the box, 2013-14 Hyper Dunks, you know, typical basketball shoe every known basketball player wears, you know.
Oh, okay.
Play above rim of these, you know what I'm saying?
All right, y'all both put them up. Let's see what you got here. You know the lime green Kobe's, those are sweet. These Hyper Dunks, brand new, I like those. And I think the new winner, put your foot down, is Coach Ken.
Oh my God. Always win, baby.
That's our show for this week. Don't forget to check us out next week and enjoy the NFL playoffs.
Interested in sponsorship or advertising on Shoptalk TV? Give us a call at 313-948-6100.
And check out our podcast every week. Join Eric Vincent and myself, Rob Parker, on the Shop Talk podcast.